Couples fighting styles. The shock absorber. All couples fight, but different personality types approach conflict in different ways. Knowing your fighting style may help you and your partner learn to handle disagreement more positively. This is the Videojug guide to the shock absorber.
Right, do you mind if I whack this on?
No, please can you just leave it on this? It's X Factor.
No, it's not, it's adverts.
No, but it's X Factor.
No, but you can watch that later on.
No, I don't want to watch it later. Please can you just leave it on?
No, because we'll watch this now and we can watch X Factor later.
I asked you. Oh.
We'll watch X Factor later, I promise. And you're reading your magazine anyway, and you can't do two things at once. You can't read a magazine and watch the telly at the same time. Can you?
The key characteristics of the shock absorber is probably retreat and silence, withdrawal. So they feel under attack, they don't know how to respond, they don't know what to do, so they just sit there and they take it, hoping that if they just sit there passively, eventually the storm will blow over and then they'll be okay. The positives are that in some occasions the storm will blow over, so if it actually is a minor issue, the shock absorber is very good at not making a mountain out of a molehill. However, there'll be many occasions where actually their rights are being violated. This is something that they should be arguing back about, or they're actually harbouring a huge amount of bitterness and resentment because they're not actually being passive at all. Inside, there's plenty going on, but they just don't know how to let it out.
Rosie. No, I can't enjoy it anyway if you're going to be like this. Can we talk about it then? Rosie. Please don't ignore me because it is absolutely infuriating and really silly because it just blows things out of proportion and makes things worse than they are. And you're sitting there pretending to read your magazine and flicking your pages nice and noisily, so what's the matter?
If you're a shock absorber, I think you need to think about where that has actually come from. It may be that you've come from a high conflict family, or conversely, you've actually come from somewhere where there was very little conflict, so you are genuinely a rabbit in the headlights. You just don't know how you're meant to respond. There are some good books out there on kind of conflict management and anger management and actually sort of learning to get in touch with your own feelings and finding out how to express those appropriately can begin to kind of release you from that. I think the other thing is to recognise the impact that being a shock absorber has on your partner. Often, rather than actually placating them with your silence, you're going to be winding them up even more. What they may be desperate for is a reaction from you. They may be desperate to get you to engage in the conversation. So whilst you're thinking that being silent means it will blow over quicker, in actual fact, you may be making it last much, much longer than necessary. I think also telling yourself that you do have an answer to this, you do have a response to this, and actually your voice is valued and should be heard. So keep telling yourself positive messages about the situation and then go with it and say something. If your partner's a shock absorber, it could actually be incredibly frustrating, and unfortunately you may notice within yourself that what started as you feeling a little bit cross about something, a minor point you wanted to raise, because of the lack of response, you feel your anger getting stronger and stronger and more powerful, trying to get a response out of your very passive partner. Doing that is not going to help at all. They are more likely to retreat. The more you attack, the more they're going to retreat. So actually what you need to do is back off, sit down, calm down, and actually give them some space and actually say, I would really value hearing how you feel about this. I really want to know what you're thinking and what your opinion is, and really kind of hold on to yourself to give them that space to begin to move forward and meet you halfway.